Hey guys, my name is Skylar Burns. I serve as the student body president for North Central University. Welcome to this video. My primary role as student body president is to bridge the gap between the student body and the academic advisors, professors, and people who are running the university. My main responsibilities is coming to this thing called President's Council, which is President Hagan, all of the vice presidents, and all of the deans of the colleges. And I give them a student update every other week of how students are doing, how they're feeling, how students of color are feeling, what student organizations are doing, things of that sort. Yeah, so one of the biggest efforts that I'm trying to start on campus is this thing called the Women in Ministry Institution. I actually just had my first meeting about this last week. We're getting a mentorship program started for women who are in ministry. It seems like women pastors and women who are wanting to serve in the church just don't have a lot of opportunity for one-on-one mentorship. And so as North Central is growing and as the student need is growing, we're trying to evolve with that. So that's one of the efforts we're doing. We're also trying to incorporate different religious cultures into our chapel service. We only have 40% of students who actually come from an Assemblies of God Pentecostal background. And so I'm working heavily with JT and Josh Edmond to make sure we're really having like an overall experience in chapel that is still true to the heart of Pentecostalism at North Central, but just explaining that more for people who don't know what that looks like and haven't grown up with that. So being student body president is so weird because people call me a president and I don't understand why. I know that's in my job title, but I'm just Skylar and I'm just here to serve. And so I've approached all of the jobs that I have as student body president as a 20-year-old college student. I have office hours Monday afternoon, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. If you have any concerns about North Central, even if you see me on Instagram and you DM me, I'm actually here to advocate for the student body. And so if you need anything and you see me in the hall, stop me. If I don't know your name, let me know your name. Like, I want to get to know you and I want to serve you the best I can and just know how the student body is overall doing. It's important because without a student perspective, people of different generations are making decisions that don't represent what the students are actually feeling and doing. And so having a student on the President's Council is so helpful because it's offering that Gen Z perspective. The way each generation functions is so different, and what each generation wants and needs is so different. And so that's why it's so important to have a voice for the students, because that's constantly evolving and constantly changing. And you can only do so much from pulling a statistical report. Like, having those stories of what students are actually going through is so important to how this university runs and wants to run. Say something. Students can affect change by saying something. We don't know issues if they aren't brought to us. I don't know what I don't know, and though I am involved at North Central and in the community life, there are some aspects of students and some groups of students that I just don't reach or don't see. So if you have a concern about what's going on campus, if you want to talk, if you want to just be friends, if you want to talk about how your professors are doing and all of those things, that's totally something that I would love to hear, because the more I know, the more I can bring to people who actually change things. It's basically my role is just a gateway between the student body and the faculty. We also started this monthly meeting called the Town Hall meeting. Our first meeting will be November 9th at 8 p.m. in Centennial Hall. And it's just an open mic forum where you can bring your concerns or suggestions to how North Central student life can be bettered. And me and Ryan are there to answer any questions you may have and just take any concerns or suggestions that you may have and then bring them back to Jeremy Williamson, the Dean of Students, and the rest of President's Council to actually get stuff done. Thanks, guys.